It's in the game.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Kansas Jayhawks. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Started. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Kansas offense will go to work first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Using his feet to buy time. Oh, better look out. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll go to the ground. There he goes. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
From the gun, give on the inside. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Jayhawks are rolling down the field. He might want another play. They've got him looking one, but they're going to throw it. Fires to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Pass play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Bought a little time. Lets it go. It's complete on the right side. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man. Jukes his way for more. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Auburn's offense headed onto the field. Now our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Looking to pass. It's played. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Jolly. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Bohannon. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to buy time. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play.
Touchdown, Kansas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Right on the money. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. We've reached a break, and Kansas has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to pass, it's played. Finds his tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The give to the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Jolly. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. A great catch and run for 6. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Snagged out of the air. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far. You've dug yourself a...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to get it himself. He's out past the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Bohannon. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The hand to the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've moved it inside the 10, now 2nd and goal from the 9. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He'll set up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking for a man. It's Blade. Pocket breaking down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. And the Jayhawks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
When you're you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But
Touchdown, Archon Jayhawk! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 3.
He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
28. Auburn. 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Trying play action. He lets one fly deep. Finds a spot down the gun of the knee. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's played. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jayhawks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground, he's got it again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Jayhawks! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
35, Auburn, 7.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Blade. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk. He's moving the chains out to the 34. First and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays, but man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the Jayhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
And that's a first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Makes the grab. It's John. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Makes the grab. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and lead the clock.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now in the same.
Breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Looking for a crease. It's Bohannon. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Auburn, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. It's on target and complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum.